Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program and welcome to the show. And just when you thought COVID was, we'd all forgot about COVID. It's like, oh, remember that COVID? Oh, what about that COVID? Oh, Christ, not COVID again. Yeah, COVID again, apparently. Oh, they're calling this one the Kraken. Oh, yeah, the XXB 1.5. Yeah, it's a subvariant from the original Omicron. Remember the Omicron? We're all going, oh, no, not Omicron. Well, now it's XXB 1.5. Oh dear. Um, it could be, it could be a major disaster. Loads of people dying, misery, pain, suffering. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Or it might just be a flash in the pan, worrying about nothing thing. But me, I couldn't give a fuck at this stage. I couldn't give a fuck. I mean, I ain't gonna die from it. And if I do, I won't give a fuck because I'll be dead. You know. But yeah, somebody just pointed it out to me, so I did a quick Google new variant, and let's have a quick. I'm gonna have a quick look. I've been listening to some Black Sabbath. I don't own any Black Sabbath albums. I really ought to go out and buy a couple. But yeah, fucking old Black Sabbath, eh? I'd always kind of ignored them. I'd heard a couple of songs, Iron Man and Paranoid, and I was like, yeah, they're all right. They're all right. They'll do for me. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. But I didn't pay for them. You know what I mean? I just listened to them here and there, going, oh, they're all right. Aussie, yeah, great. But when you actually sit down and listen to the various tracks, some fucking good stuff there. Some fucking good stuff. Anyway, it's time to have a look into XXB variant. Here we go. XXB variant COVID. Oh yeah, it was originally XBB. All right, it's XBB. I thought it was XXB, double XB. Oh, it's X double B, XBB. It's not that bad then. If it's not a double X, it's only a single X. I mean, you can't be worried about a single X, can you? Triple X, if you want to be, you want to be interested. Oh yeah.
The only way is exit. I swiped left, but then.
If only life gave you as many chances as Paddy Power Bingo.
No, one for my mum.
Paddy Power. Is that racist? Calling it Paddy Power, is that racist? You've got to be careful. I don't know.
Now, for the latest on the COVID-19 pandemic, the World Health Organization says the Omicron subvariant is now the most dominant strain in the U.S. and could drive a new wave of cases. Bringing CBS News medical contributor Dr. David A. to talk about this and to answer your medical questions. All right, Dr. Agus, so what can you tell us about this latest? I can't remember where we went. It's like the original.
I thought we were off Omicron.
I thought we were off Omicron after this other one, but now Omicron is resurgent. Right, and this is if you had to come up with a name for a variant, this is the perfect name. XBB.1.5.
Okay, why is that perfect?
I think he's saying so.
Okay. It's by far the most infectious variant we've ever had. So much so that it was 4% of cases beginning of.
Oh, he's got such a smile on his face, this little cunt. CBS News.
So tremendously infectious.
CBS. Cunts, bastards, shitheads.
And there's no data yet that it's evading vaccines, despite what some of the media has reported. It seems that the vaccine T-cell responses are still protective against serious illness and hospitalization, which is very powerful and very heartening in many respects.
Okay, so on to the questions from the public now. It fits right into this. This person wants to know whether or not the vaccines that are being developed now are specifically targeting XBB, the variant.
Well, it's a derivative of Omicron. So the Omicron bivalent booster, which came out in September, will target this and give some protection to it. It's not perfect. You can still get sick, but it will be a mild cold and flu like symptoms. It won't be serious, which is key, and no hospitalizations. It enables us to live with the virus.
All right, this question comes from a grandparent of an infant. The baby has COVID, and they're curious about any special precautions they should take.
Just make sure the baby gets enough fluid. I mean, when you have a fever or you're coughing, you use up more fluid, and you need to replace that. So don't let the baby get dehydrated. Use antipyretics or anti-fever medicines like Tylenol if needed. And unfortunately, there's really no other treatment I would give to the baby. And just make sure you look out for symptoms. Some babies can get very sick. It's very rare, but if they are, obviously they need to talk to their pediatrician, and there are treatments.
Out of curiosity, Dr. Agus, if you're caring for a baby who has COVID, and this happened with my cousin, 2-month-old baby, obviously you don't put a mask on a baby. What are the precautions that other people should take when they're caring for an infant that may be ill?
Yeah, that's a great one. I mean, yeah, the infant gets it at daycare and comes home, and the parents are working and don't want to catch COVID. Obviously, the parents should wear an N95 mask, one around the child, as much as possible till they're no longer infectious, which is a day or two past resolution of symptoms. Not easy, but certainly important if the parents don't want to get that COVID.
The next one is about the flu. This person was diagnosed yesterday and is taking Tamiflu. They want to know, when will they stop being contagious?
So a day before.
Oh, guys, have to put you to sleep, fucking CBS. Like I said, CBS, cunts, bastards, and shitheads. He's a cunt. He's a bastard. She's a shithead. Yeah. Yeah. Multiple splinter variants. Most transmissible. Brilliant. Global news. Yeah. It's been out for a week now. I haven't heard about it. But then again, I haven't been looking for the COVID. But I enjoy the COVID. I was never happier. I was never happier than when we were locking down and trying to find fucking plumbers merchants to sell us masks. Yeah. Because you couldn't get the fucking 3M ones. A few months later, I could bought a dozen. All the Mayo Clinic. This isn't what this cunt has to say for himself.
What we are learning about this new variant, XBB 1.5, is that it spreads much more easily compared to the previous variants, and almost like twice more likely to spread compared to the previous variants. This new variant makes the virus easily attached to our
What do you want, Fenwick? What do you want? He's back again. Hello, young man. What do you want? Do you want to get in bed with me and snuggle up? Is that what you want? Here, go on. I'll lift the duvet. You can get under if you want. You can't lie on top of the pillow. You're not curling up on top of my head, mate. He does that. Trust it. Oh, he's licking me. Stop licking me. Oh, I don't want COVID. Get off me. He's got COVID. I've got a COVID dog here. What's up, mate? You got COVID? Yeah, there's fireworks outside. Don't worry about it. Oh, duh. Anyway, what was I saying? Woof. Oh! Oi! Fenwick, come here. Fenwick, come here. Come on. Come on, boy. That's it. It's a good boy. Yeah, you can have a cuddle if you want. You want to bite my fingers off? Oh. Woof. There's nothing out there. Don't worry about it. You don't need to woof back at them. It's fine, mate. It's fine. He don't get afraid of fireworks. He just wants to tell them off. That's my boy. Hey, come here, big boy. Come on. Come on, my big boy. How you doing? Here. We're discussing COVID tonight. You into the COVID? Oh, you were born after COVID. You don't remember COVID? It all gone away by the time. Anyway, it ain't gone away. It's just the novelty of it gone away. It's no longer a novel virus. It's a boring as hell virus. We've had enough of it. But you know, if it's going to come back and kill more people, let's have a Deadpool. Oh fucking hell! Fenwick, come on. You can hear things outside. Yeah, come on. Don't you concern yourself with the outside world? I don't. Yeah. Oh, he's all excited. Here's some bumps and bangs outside, and his ears prick up, and he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" Look, Fenwick, I've told you before. The only thing to listen for is the clicking of high heels with some dirty slags walking along. Then we'll get out and attack her. You know. Yeah. Oh, Christ. Yeah, anyway, I can't do my show. My dog's pestering me. Fenwick, what's up with you? Oh, don't lick me face. I don't want to be licked. Anyway, you might have COVID, so stay away. We'll get you a dog mask. You like that? Dog mask. He wouldn't like a dog mask at all. Get your dog nappy as well. Oh. You're my dog, ain't you? My doggy. Oh, Fenwick. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we're talking. Fuck off, Fenwick. Stop licking my ears. Oh, Christ. I turn my head and he's there. Yeah, get your tongue out my fucking lug hole. Come on. Hey, what's this? What's this? Why don't you get under the mattress? Under the duvet, rather. Can't get under the mattress. Get under the duvet and just snuggle up for a cuddle. It's nice and warm down there. He's on alert now. He's heard there's a COVID variant about. He's watching for it. You can't see it with your eyes, Fenwick. They're invisible. They float in the air. Yeah, and this one, it's green with red bits. I've seen a photo of it. Nasty looking thing it is. It's well fungus, a bogeyman. Oh, fucking hell. Get out of it. Oh, fucking hell, I shit myself. I fucking will one day. I will. And I'll be fucking sorry then. Oh, Christ. So what was I saying? The CDC is tracking it 9 days ago, yeah. New COVID variant. Health officials warn new COVID strain is the most transmissible. That's nice. NBC LA. Oh, for fuck's sake, get off that. What are you bloody doing? Go on. Right, you're not even coming on the bed if you're going to misbehave.
In case there's one more thing you get back on.
No, because I really like fish finger sandwiches.
Those Greek cuisine fish fingers are really good.
I haven't eaten fish fingers in fucking years.
If you still don't have your COVID booster shot, here is another reason you might want to get one as soon as possible. It's about a new variant that is spreading like wildfire in parts of Asia right now. It's already arrived here in the U.S. NBC4's Gordon Tokomatsu now tells us about XBB and why it should concern you. Like nearly half of all Americans, Daryl Young is vaccinated but not boosted. He follows the news on all the variants, BA, BQ, Delta, Omicron, but he says it all sounds like alphabet soup after a while. Have you heard of XBB?
Actually, I haven't, so just now.
Yeah. The headlines about XBB are pretty alarming. Some calling it the nightmare variant. In Singapore, where 80% of the population is fully vaxxed, 4,700...
Fenwick, will you fucking leave that alone? What are you fucking playing? Oh, get off them. You're a wrong, you are. You leave those alone. Right, they're nothing to do. They're not yours. They're mine. They're not toys. Oh, you think everything's for you, don't you?
XBB. That takes an important tool to fight the disease out of the mix, especially for people with comorbidities. World health experts say it's already in 17 countries, including the U.S. And if you've been infected before or just had the first round of vaccinations, you may still be vulnerable.
We don't have the same antibody response when we're seeing the XBB variant that we were getting when we would see other variants.
Oh, that's good.
Panic. There's also good news about XBB. The doctor says it should inform how you protect yourself.
The bottom line is follow the CDC guidelines on vaccinations. Maybe you want to go sooner now with these new variants coming out.
Why? Because the latest bivalent boosters we've been encouraged to get still seem to do a pretty good job of protecting people from becoming seriously ill.
Oh, damn it. I went and had that vaccine. Oh, it looks like I'm not going to get this variant then. Oh, no. I was looking forward to that. What are you talking about? Just the COVIDs. Just the COVIDs. The new one, they're calling it the Kraken. The XBB. Oh, for fuck's sake, Fenwick. The dog's on me.
60 minutes rewind.
By now.
Right, Grom Fenwick. Yeah, well, Fenwick is bloody... Oh, he's a bloody narcissist. Jesus Christ, what is up with you?
By firearms. One drug, fentanyl, is like rocket fuel in the sharp rise of this crisis. Fentanyl is a pain drug invented in the 1960s and used to relieve the agony of advanced cancer. It is 50 times more potent than heroin.
Bloody hell.
Today, fentanyl can be ordered on the internet by drug dealers and addicts for an online overdose. Tracking the source of this illicit trade is a story that begins with James Rao.
Yeah, enough of that. Enough of the fentanyl. We don't know. We want 50 times stronger than heroin. Fucking hell. What's against something? What do you reckon, Fenwick? Fentanyl? Fenwictanol. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Fenny. Yeah, you're the Fenny, aren't you? You're my Fenwick. Yes. Oh, Mr. Waffle. Yeah, you're not the biggest dog in the world, but you're the biggest fucking nuisance. Now, come on. Oh, for Christ's sake, you attention-seeking little fucker. Oh, he wants to play. You were like that when you were a little puppy. I remember you when you were 10 weeks old. And you used to come up and climb on the bed and you couldn't get up. Your little legs weren't long enough, and I'd pick you up and put you on the bed. And then you'd run at me and bite me hands and scratch me and attack me. Oh, and you're getting back to the old days, ain't you? Yeah, now come on. Oh, he beats me up, this dog. He beats me up. He jumps and bumps me. He bumps me with his paws. You know. Yeah, come on. It's time for snoozles. Oh, you like that tickle tummy, dear? I'm not tickling his tummy, I'm tickling his chest. Just in between his front legs, I give him a tickle. Of course it is tummy, but it's not. I don't tickle his actual tummy. but we call it your tummy, don't we? Yeah. It's like when you say sit on my knee, you don't actually sit on somebody's kneecap. You know. Well, I don't sit on anybody's knee at all. I'm too big for sitting on people's knees. Now get off me, dog. Oh, it's a powerful brew, this one. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Jimmy Fallon's done a song for it. It can't be that bad then. If Jimmy Fallon has recorded a song for the new XBB variant, it can't be worth it. Fucking hell. That's it. Oh, finally. Oh, this fucking nutcase. This little egomaniac. He's gone under the duvet now. He's turning round. Hang on.
I read about a new COVID variant that is some people worried. It's called XBB.1.5. I guess they couldn't think of a catchier name, and it actually inspired me to write a tiny song. There was Alpha, then Delta, then Omicron next, but this latest variant might be the best. It's XBB.1.5. Another brand of COVID-19 has arrived. A new strain.
Oh, fucking hell. This guy earns a fucking living doing that. For fuck's sake, what's wrong with the world? There we go. It just exploded. Oh, lovely. PBS NewsHour spreads rapidly in the northeast. Yeah. Oh. It's becoming the dominant. Oh, here we go. Fox 5, Washington, D.C. Christ. Yeah.
XBB, the newest Omicron variant, and there are concerns.
Yeah, Tisha Lewis joining us live tonight from Woodbridge with more. Tisha?
Day 2 of the new year and another Omicron variant to talk about this one, XBB variant. It's reportedly different than the initial coronavirus strain. All of this coming 3 years after COVID-19 shut down the country and world with vaccines and boosters. You can see here at this CVS pharmacy, they're offering free flu shots and vaccines, COVID-19 vaccines. Again, all of this comes 3 years after COVID-19 prompted massive shutdowns, testing, vaccines, boosters, and much more. XBB reportedly evades antibodies formed from previous infections and vaccinations. The Wall Street Journal says, quote, repeated vaccinations may make people more susceptible to XBB. Unlike previous variants, Omicron has fueled additional variants. Even so, some in the medical community warn these newest studies about XBB should not deter people from getting the COVID-19 vaccines and boosters. We did speak with the senior medical advisor for PM Pediatrics, Dr. Christina Johns.
We have no solid evidence that indicates that getting the booster vaccine is something that is harmful, and in fact is something that isn't helpful. We have continued confidence that this vaccine is able to be successful against decreasing the chances of severe infection, hospitalization, and death.
Yeah, the vaccine's good for you.
Johns urges everyone to be vigilant with hand washing and more as many return back to...
Oh, hand washing? Oh, not hand washing. Oh, Fenwick. Come and lick my hand clean. Go on. Yeah, the American news is covering it. But then again, the American news has hundreds of news channels, all of whom have, YouTube channels. So, oh, we've got Dr. Tedros. Oh, everybody hates him. They're all going, we hate him.
One of the Omicron subvariants originally detected in October 2022 is XBB.1.5, a recombinant of two BA2 sublineages. It's on the increase in Europe and the US and has now been identified in more than 25 countries.
Yeah, stop eating me fingers, Fenwick. So I don't know, feed you enough already. Oh, he's a strange one. Go on, get out of it. Get out of it, you bum. Oh, he's being playful now. Jesus Christ, you're a fucking egomaniac, you are. You're a bloody narcissist. Can't have time to myself. Oh, he wants to lick me. Right. Have you had enough yet? Come on, I'm letting you have a little lick. But this is dogs. Once they finish licking their own paws and getting themselves clean, they're going, oh, I best go and clean the other dogs in the pack. He thinks I'm another dog, you see.
Hello and good day to wherever you
See,
are.
I'm his family.
Today,
You know.
Wednesday, 4 January 2000.
He probably doesn't even remember his mum and dad and all his brothers and sisters. He came to me when he was young, and
My name is Christian.
he took to me straight away. He didn't look back to see his previous owner. He just came with me.
Simultaneous translation is provided in the 6 official languages: Arabic, Chinese, French, English, Spanish, and Russian. Plus,
All right. That's enough, Fenwick. Come on, I'm busy. Come on. We'll put some Black Sabbath on in a bit. When I finish my show, we'll put some Black Sabbath on. Yeah? You like a bit of Aussie, don't you? Yeah. We'll get you an upside down crucifix thing on your collar, and you could be a devil dog. You like that, don't you? We get the number 666 tattooed on your ear. Right, anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's enough, Fenwick. Oh, God, when I move my arm, he puts his paw out and tries to grab it. Right, we're looking at the bloody news, Fenwick. Come on. We want to find out if there's a new... You don't remember this. You were born when COVID come along. You don't, and you're a dog. You don't understand the English language. You can't read a newspaper, can you? You can't understand what they're saying on the YouTube. All right, there's not much on any UK channels. Fucking hell, Fenwick, will you stop it, right? I've just had enough. Oh, Christ. What is up with you? You're a knobhead. So sweet it is. Yeah, it's not in the least bit sweet. It's bloody annoying. Hello, doggy. Global news. Yeah, none of the British news channel. There we go. Here we go, Lorraine. It's on Lorraine. Can you see a growler? Let's have a look at this then.
During World War II, my great-granddad, George Arthur Roberts, was awarded for his bravery fighting fires night after night. Thanks to him and his fellow volunteers, there was a 50
farting on fires, was it? Oh, stop it. Don't lick me head. Oh, Christ, I've had enough, Fenwick. Come on, give me a break. There's not much you can do with Fenwick, really, because if you put him in another room, he'll just start barking. I mean, he's really got things sussed out, so he gets to do what he wants. He's absolutely obsessed with licking me at the moment. Right, that's enough, Fenwick. Right, I've had enough of you today.
Has led to health officials warning that there could be a return of face masks. So Dr. Nick joins me now. Do you think that's likely to happen in here? And if it was, does it really make a difference?
Morning, Lorraine. So I don't think it's going to come back as a mandate wearing face masks. What we do know about face masks is part of a wider public health measures. They do help prevent airborne and droplet-borne illnesses like COVID. This new variant that health experts are warning us about is something called XBB.1.5, and it's an offshoot of an Omicron XBB variant. Now, it's causing huge surges of infection across parts of Asia and certainly in North America as well. And what we know about it is
North America.
The immune system that was targeted by vaccines and natural infections, and it's slightly more infectious than the previous Omicron variant. It doesn't show any more serious illness than previous Omicron variants, which is really good. And actually, the vaccines that are going around at the moment for COVID are the bivalent vaccines, which contain the Omicron variant. So they should offer a bit more protection against this new variant. My advice, as always, is to avoid getting COVID if you can, because COVID is so unpredictable. It can be mild for some people, it can cause long COVID in other people. So avoid it if you can. And if that means wearing a mask, the best mask to wear is an FFP2 mask, which will filter out viral particles.
No, the best one is an FFP3 mask. It's better than a 2. It's one better. A 2's 95%. A 3 is 99.7%. The only thing more protective is a plastic bag over your head and some gaffer tape around your neck, but you'll die because you won't be able to breathe anything in.
We asked our viewers on social media, should masks be brought back? We asked you that. 35% of you said yes, they should. And 65% of you obviously against that. But I guess it is an individual thing. Now, it's a choice. Yes, exactly. It is a choice. And we're lucky we do have choices.
It shouldn't be a choice. It's like saying rape's a choice. Well, it's your choice if you want to rape people. You know, it's up to you. Your choice. You want to go murdering people. Yeah, you want to get drunk and drive your car into a bunch of school kids. That's your choice. Yeah. If you want to be a cunt, that's your choice. You've got no respect for other people. That's your choice. When we're free to have choices, fucking hell. Yeah. Protect yourself, protect others. You protect yourself, then, you know, you've got nothing to pass on to other people, you know. Fenwick. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's it. Get under. Right, he's getting under the duvet now. Right. We might be able to fucking concentrate on something. Now, this little egomaniac's fucking settled down. That's it. You snuggle, mate. Oh, no. He's not settling. He's poked his head out the side. That's it. Get under the fucking duvet. Oh, he's a wrong one. Tell you what, he's not the biggest dog in the world, but fucking hell, he's powerful. Oh, he's a strong little bugger. And that has cheered me up. There's a new COVID-19 variant. Lovely. Here we go. New COVID variant will infect everyone on this planet. Nobody is safe. Oh, that's beautiful. That is. That's what we want to hear. It's cheered me up, this. I haven't been so happy since I found out Archie Luxury got robbed.
These Omicron variants are spreading in the UK, in Canada, in the US, everywhere you look. You don't have to go to China to get.
Now, the Chinese government has said the travel restrictions imposed by several countries on people arriving from China are politically motivated, and it's warned that it may retaliate. The Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Mao Ning, criticised the measures in a briefing, saying, "We believe that the entry restrictions adopted by some countries targeting China lack scientific basis, and some excessive practices are even more unacceptable." The US, India, and the UK are among the countries that have introduced mandatory testing for arrivals from China after the recent surge in COVID cases after the country eased strict controls. Well, let's talk to Dr. Amesh Adalia, who is a senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security. Good evening to you, Dr. Adalia.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Really good to speak to you. Tell us a bit more about China's response to the restrictions that have been introduced in the US and other countries, including the UK.
Fuck off. This is crap. Yeah. I want to hear about death and despair and fucking people freaking out. COVID wreaks havoc in China, soaring cases, raise global fears. Yeah. I thought China had a zero COVID policy. That's not working out very well, is it? Well, it'll teach them for having a crap lab where they fucking didn't have tight enough security.
Card details 5, 6, 10%. I need authorization from the barrier. Yep, that's authorized. But that's my glasses. 1%. Goodbye. No. 4.
When you're up.
The COVID implosion in China and new cases being reported from US and Japan have prompted the center to prepare itself.
Get off, Fenwick. Oh, look, you've ruined the show tonight. I've spent half the show telling you off, and people.
To track COVID variants through a new network. Now, the health secretary in the
States
has also said that in view of the sudden spot of cases being witnessed in Japan, US, Korea, Brazil, and China, it's essential to gear up the whole genome sequencing of positive cases samples to track the variants through the inside network. Now, the states have been asked to send samples of all the COVID cases to the labs to track new variants. This sudden increase in COVID cases in China has also created an atmosphere of fear as the officials and the global health experts are anxiously watching and anticipating.
Well, I'll tell you why China's so fucked. It's because they've got a vaccine that was made in China. You know. I mean, I've got an iPhone that was made in China. That's a load of rubbish as well. Fucking hell. I replaced the screen on it itself, and since then the fucking the fingerprint ID won't work. It went mad. It went crazy after his brain surgery. It went crazy after my brain surgery.
The new Omicron sublineages, which are basically CH.1, XBB 1.5, CH3.1, they have a full vaccine escape mechanism, not only to the antibodies but to the vaccines itself. So it's a double jeopardy. The thing is that the zero COVID policy, in hindsight, we realize has not worked. There were experts even during the time that zero COVID policy was on who were warning that a little exposure to the virus would be useful. That will help in building more robust, defense against the virus. but for reasons best known to China, they stuck with it, and when they lifted it, it has been lifted, across the whole country. Maybe not lifted completely in parts, but still, there has been a massive surge.
Massive surge, eh? Oh, we're doing a massive surge as soon as I eat a fucking curry. Yeah. Well, I've not seen anything of the XBB reaching Britain yet. Exploding with new cases. Yeah, that's nice. The whiteboard doctor. It's a bit racist, isn't it? I mean, I haven't really looked at the COVID situation in months, really. Here we go. Fox 4, Dallas, Fort Worth. Well, the Texas news should know about it.
This is my day in Hong Kong, spreading positive energy to everyone. My name is Vivian. I'm a dancer.
A new Omicron variant currently accounts for about 4 out of every 10 confirmed COVID-19 cases across the country.
According to the CDC, the strain known as XBB 1.5 is spreading very quickly, and Fox 4's Alex Boyer has more tonight. Alex.
Hi, guys. Yeah, the percentage of new COVID cases related to this Omicron subvariant have jumped by double digits since Christmas Eve. Now, the CDC does say that it appears that this variant is more contagious. Cases, as you mentioned, right now are really surging in the northeast part of the country, but doctors expect that it'll start spreading across the rest of the U.S.
With millions of Americans now back home after traveling for the holidays, cases of a new Omicron subvariant are starting to emerge in parts of the U.S.
And I think what has caught everyone's attention here is that it can evade the immune system.
Dr. Nikhil Bayani is an infectious disease physician with Texas Health Resources. According to the CDC, the so-called XBB 1.5 variant accounts for approximately 41% of new COVID cases. That's up from 21% reported on Christmas Eve.
So the number of cases have gone up, and also the hospitalizations.
The variant is primarily being seen in the Northeast, but is expected to spread across the rest of the country.
Well, I think anytime you have a new variant, you certainly want to be concerned.
Stephen Love is the president of the DFW Hospital Council. Love says,
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Yeah, blah, blah, bleeding blah. I'm fed up of this new variant already. I've had enough of it. Could we have another lockdown? I hope so. Oh, I love a good lockdown, mate. Because it don't affect me, because I'm fucking locked down anyway, because I'm a cunt, you know. I only would go out to walk the dog and piss about on the allotment. And occasionally shopping. Yeah, I had adventure the other day, but that's top secret. Yeah. Most transmissible and immune resistant, is it going to say?
The latest COVID-19 subvariant XBB.1.5 is taking over as the dominant strain in the U.S. And as the World Health Organization confirms that this subvariant is the most transmissible so far, countries are ramping up their travel restrictions for China. Yinjin reports. At the beginning of December, only 4% of COVID-19 cases in the United States were from the latest subvariant, XBB.1.5. But in under a month, this strain has overtaken other versions of Omicron, accounting for more than 40% of COVID cases in the U.S., making it the latest dominant strain. On Wednesday, scientists from the World Health Organization confirmed that the XBB.1.5 subvariant has a growth advantage, but said it hasn't yet shown any indication of being more serious or harmful than previous Omicron variants.
But what we can say is that it does have a growth advantage above all of the other subvariants so far. We don't have any data on severity yet or on the clinical picture, but we also do not have an indication that
Spreading through the northeast, yeah, blah, blah, blah. What are the symptoms of new variant? Please settle down. Oh, the Kraken. Yeah, they called it the Kraken.
अशोका पराठा अशोक देसी But now, with the winner of the Which Travel Brand of the Year award.
Beautiful. Look at that crowded hospital. Look at that, you can get through protection provided by vaccines. You better watch out for the Kraken. Yeah. A super COVID. I like music on this. Bum, 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 bum. Identified in at least 28 countries. Lovely, lovely. How China's COVID numbers will worry the airline companies. Well, if China are getting fucking hit with this thing, I mean, couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of cunts. Here we go. New COVID strain infecting New Yorkers. New York, New York.
Warning is to get your booster shots as soon as possible. The CDC's numbers, they estimate 3 out of 4
Oh, it's Maggie Hickey. Look at that.
3 out of 4 new COVID cases are this new subvariant, the XBB 1.5 in New York City. And while so far it is not affecting the hospitalization rates, healthcare officials are very concerned.
This all happened right around Christmas, and it's
fire.
Tom Lavin of Pelham Manor in Westchester is one of thousands who got the new strain of COVID, the XBB 1.5 Omicron subvariant, over the holidays after years of being so careful to mask up and avoid large crowds.
I had my Omicron booster in October, late October, when I got my flu shot. So I'm, within the envelope of maximum protection, but it didn't seem to hold this thing at bay.
Now, maximum protection is you put on a complete deep sea diver's suit. And on another note, fucking Richard Branson's Virgin rocket to launch some satellites fucked up, didn't it? Yeah, tough shit. Tough shit, I bet. That was the first British satellite launch, and it was a fucking disaster. Oh dear, what a shame. The British space program's taken a fucking knockback. When are we going to put a man on the moon? An Englishman on the moon wearing a bowler hat? When's that going to happen? And the Yanks did it 50 odd years ago. When we get a fucking bloke on the moon? And can we send Graham Norton and not fucking bring him back? Fucking cunt. Oh god, let's have a look at the normal news. Oh, Boris Johnson's been photoshopped out of a Grant Shapps tweet with a failed UK rocket. Yeah, I vaguely saw something about that. Yeah. Dan Wootton tonight, fucking hell. Oh, it's a fucking. He's the walking definition of the term shit-eating grin. And he does eat shit. He eats it on sandwiches. He has fried lumps of shit. He has roast shit. He eats all the shit. Former Trump Organization CFO Alan Weisenberg sentenced to prison. Yeah, good riddance to him. Here you go. Prince Harry's memoir is nasty and vulgar, says Tom Bauer. Oh, I might need to read it myself then. If it's nasty and vulgar, I'm into that. Here we go. Andrew Tate loses appeal against continued arrest in Romania. Oh dear. And that guy, he looks like a fucking rapist. He's got that fucking stupid long neck and sticky out ears that are, pretty much indicative of a sexual deviant. He looks a wrong un. California floods. Oh, brilliant. Here we go. Should King Charles retaliate over Prince Harry's attacks? He won't. He's a fucking monarch. They say nothing. Unless they're fucking Prince Andrew and they go giving interviews going, it couldn't be me. I was at Pizza fucking Express that night. Yeah. I don't sweat. Couldn't be me. Oh, fucking hell. Dan Wootton's got it in for fucking Prince Harry, doesn't he? Makes you think Prince Harry must be all right then. If Dan Wootton fucking hates him, he's probably all right. Russia abandons its soldiers.
Donetsk region, the air temperature is 15 degrees below zero. Such a cold snap makes the work of the Plattsdarm search team difficult, but does not stop it. Earlier, Russian equipment was placed in this Caponier. Volunteers are now trying to pull out the body of a Russian soldier from under the ice. They work as carefully as possible in order to save all the belongings of the killed, especially if his documents are in the pockets. Here in the forest lane, the humanitarian mission team found 6 killed enemy soldiers.
We found 1 badge already out of 6 soldiers. We believe that they are Russian paratroopers of one of the brigades, because some of them have been wearing paratrooper uniforms. This includes tunic, coveralls, and some other things. What are the conclusions? Was it a withdrawal or what? It was most likely a direct clash, because there is debris from the rocket-propelled grenade, from the gunfire, which means that they had already come within striking distance of grenade launchers and small arms.
In 85%, the killed has name token with personal data. They were mainly in the regular troops of the Russian Federation. It is more difficult to identify the killed from the formations of the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, if there are no documents in their uniform.
Well, almost all Russian soldiers have badges. Regular military men, volunteers, no one has. And the Luhansk and Donetsk People's Republics, they don't have badges. We found documents.
Group members say when abandoning the bodies of their military, the Russians often leave explosive surprises. Therefore, before exhumation, the bodies, which could be booby-trapped, are carefully examined.
Go away.
In this case, no explosive objects were found. Those who survived after this battle escaped from their positions, abandoning the bodies of the killed.
Are there cases when you understand that they had the opportunity to take the bodies of their killed soldiers? Not only was it somehow dangerous, or was...
So there you go. Going around finding these bodies of dead Russians, and fucking yeah, it's a shit of war, isn't it? Oh, 5 months in prison. Yeah. Trump, I mean, loads of people who were close to him end up going to prison. Here we go. Why did the UK's rocket fail? Yes, that's what we want to know. Why was there a failure to launch?
Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Red Bull gives you wings, yeah, but you don't get much for your money with Red Bull. I like drinking Relentless.
The rocket she launched is lost forever. The mission had started so well, lifting off from Newquay Airport. Under her wing, the launcher 1 rocket carrying 9 satellites. Then, over the Atlantic, the rocket released, fired its engine, and powered away towards space.
It looks to be a successful ignition.
But 30 minutes later, back came the message. Newquay, we have a problem.
Welcome back, everyone. It appears that Launcher 1 has suffered an anomaly, which will prevent us from making orbit for this mission.
Virgin Orbit is trying to work out what happened, but the spaceport proved rockets can be launched from a regional airport.
One part of it didn't go to plan, but that hurts everybody. But at the same time, we're a licensed spaceport. We show that we can launch, and that's just so exciting for us because...
Yeah, you didn't fucking launch. You failed to launch. Don't try and be positive about your fucking mess. People trusted you to launch their satellites. You fucking failed, you miserable cunts.
2 sections. The main first stage has an engine that takes the rocket to an altitude of around 50 miles. It then falls back to Earth, while a second stage engine ignites, lifting the payload of satellites to more than 100 miles. The engine then cuts out, with the rocket still climbing fast. It's at this point that something went wrong. The rocket only reached 11,000 miles an hour, well short of the speed needed to put the satellites in orbit.
NASA and SpaceX make rocket launches look easy, but many of their early missions also failed. Success comes from learning what went wrong, re-engineering, and going again.
on board the rocket was a prototype for a space factory. Insurance covers the loss, but not the months of work that went into the design.
Nothing short of devastation. It was a real big moment for the team, launching our first mission, 4-Star Zero, as well as the first satellite designed and built in Wales. But
the first Welsh satellite.
We got Wales' first satellite.
Mind you, I can't be anti-Welsh. Fenwick's Welsh, isn't he? He was born in Swansea.
Coup for the UK space industry. And while the rocket may have fallen back to Earth, the ambition remains sky high. Thomas Moore, Sky News in Newquay. This channel is part of the History Hit Network. The BKA, the German Federal Police in Wiesbaden. For 6 years, the agency is run by a man integral to its inception, Paul Dickhoff. A top civil servant with a seemingly clean record, he claims he opposed the Nazis. Until 1971, during Willy Brandt's time as Chancellor, he is the top criminologist in West Germany. Anyone who criticized him or posed any kind of threat to him was never allowed to forget it. He held a grudge and destroyed such people. Dickhoff doesn't only forge a career for himself in West Germany. In 1968, he becomes head of Interpol. It's now his job to fight crime on an international scale. When Dickhoff left, Genscher, who was Interior Minister at the time, held him up as an example to police all over Germany. After Dickhoff's death in 1973, staff researching files to compile his obituary make an astonishing find. They turn up documents outing Dickhoff as a staunch Nazi. His lifelong lie finally comes to light. Dickhoff was not only a member of the SS and a Nazi spy. Shortly before the end of the war, he switched sides to start working as an agent for the Americans. Numerous CIA documents give an insight into the work of Caravel, which was Dickhoff's CIA codename. The highest-ranking member of the German police sold confidential information from the Bonn government. Chancellor Willy Brandt and his Ostpolitik was of particular interest to the Americans, and Dickhoff readily provided the information. As did many other Nazis during the Cold War. They became willing helpers, spies, because American intelligence services used their pasts to blackmail them.
The Americans were never very bothered if the people they needed had close ties to mass murderers or extremists or terrorists. The ends justified the means.
American intelligence services faced a new enemy, communism. The US enlisted former Nazis as spies. There was no attempt to punish them for their war crimes.
As the Cold War grew hot, these Nazi collaborators became pawns of Western intelligence services for a variety of...
Yeah. Nazi scientists put a man on the moon. Yeah. Do you know, I don't know why I fucking subscribe to GB News, because I fucking hate them all. They're all fucking deviant looking. You know, fucking. Apart from that fucking Dawn, what's her name? But she's only ever a fucking guest. Dawn Neeson. Quite fancy her because I like her fucking dirty old cow. Yeah. Not that she's that dirty, I don't think. Well, she's definitely mutton, isn't she?
Red Bull gives you wings.
He's only just received his ballot paper, but Vasily Crispy has already decided he'll be voting to strike with other junior doctors. He says things can't go on as they are.
We did not A&E department have 150 patients waiting to be seen. It is heartbreaking. It's a very difficult situation to find ourselves in. There is no privacy, there is no dignity to patients who are either lying on the floor, sat on a chair, or lying on a trolley. This is not the way we want to practice medicine.
He says strikes are the last resort.
We must take industrial action if we want to save our profession, if we want to increase our pay and improve our working conditions, but most importantly, if we want to be able to save the NHS and care for our patients.
From here in West Yorkshire to Shropshire, where Simon Day works as a paramedic, staff describe a health service in crisis.
An average day will involve some amount of delay at hospital when you convey a patient. And a good day would be an hour or maybe 2 hours. Bad days become when you spend your entire shift with one patient outside the hospital.
Simon will join a picket line again tomorrow, but as the government introduced plans for new laws to limit industrial action,
New survey reveals the effects of early online porn exposures on teens. Yeah, it sends them fucking mental. Let's have a look at this then.
It is not exactly a conversation that any parent really wants to have with their kids, but experts say that if you haven't talked to your child about pornography, you probably need to, maybe sooner than you think. A new study found that most kids are seeing adult material online by the age of 12, but many of them are actually 10 or even younger.
Jesus Christ, what's that going to fucking do to a 10-year-old?
But it is an important discussion for parents to have with their kids. And so what is this new study showing about the ages and just how soon kids are seeing this kind of stuff?
Well, it's pretty remarkable. It starts early. I think the biggest takeaway is how common this is. You know, a lot of parents think, well, sure, some teenagers are accessing porn online, watching porn online, but not my teenager. These numbers share a very different story, suggesting it's a lot more common than a lot of parents think.
Pornography. Nowadays, it's easier for kids to access than ever.
They do see little bits of things popping up on kids' computers at school, even in elementary school.
So easy, it is now a regular part of many teens' everyday lives.
The numbers are mind-boggling. They're just mind-boggling.
That's according to a groundbreaking new report by Common Sense, a nonprofit media company focused on kids and families that found the majority of teens aged 13 to 17 have seen pornography online, either intentionally or accidentally.
I was pretty shocked.
Accidental porn.
73% of all teenagers in the United States are exposed to pornography. Online pornography is everywhere, and kids are accessing it early.
The report on teens and pornography, based on a national survey of more than 1,300 teens, finding the average age kids first saw online pornography was 12 years old, with some 15% seeing it by age 10 or younger. About 8 in 10 teens who watched porn said they did so to learn how to have sex, with many saying they felt online porn provided helpful information about sex.
Fucking hell.
Half said they had seen porn that included depictions of rape, choking, or someone in pain, making porn a growing concern for parents.
The obvious link would be they're using this to...
Well, the problem isn't the porn, right? The problem is not the porn. The problem is the internet. Not locking the porn away. You know, you've got to lock the porn away from fucking knobheads, right? I mean, back in the day when I was a kid, the porn we had when we were kids doesn't even count as porn now. It's just magazines with naked women in it, showing their bits, you know, bending over so you can see the bum hole and stuff. But yeah, I mean, porn, fucking hell, you can't let kids see porn. I mean, I don't want to sound like a fucking old fuddy-duddy, but, you know, it'll scramble their brains. it doesn't have to put you off sex too much. But I mean, porn. I mean, there's a point, and I think it's the late 90s, where porn stops being a depiction of people shagging each other and becomes almost like some obscene extreme sport, you know, choking and puking and pissing and fucking max hardcore pile driving them up a bumhole and then pissing on their face. I mean, oh, fucking hell, it's gross, isn't it? Oh, fucking. And then, yeah, 2 girls, 1 cup. Fucking hell, that's enough to put you off, isn't it? You'd be there going, oh, Christ, never again. Anyway, it's been a rubbish show. The dog spoiled most of it, but he's gone to sleep now. And I'm gonna go have a. I'm gonna go do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I might play me Candy Crush. Anyway, I'll see you later.